Justice has been denied for the families of the anti-apartheid activists Ford Kalata, Matthew Guniwe, Sicelo Mhlauli and Sparrow Mkonto, known as the Cradock Four.
When I first discovered that I'd been assigned the Faculty of Law, honestly I froze. I was clueless. And immediately I called a dear friend of mine, a former law scholar. Without a hesitation, they said to me, "B, you are the perfect person for this." And in that moment, something shifted inside of me. I realized that this wasn't just a project, but it was an opportunity for me to send a humming pigeon. The project's aim was to embody the Faculty of Law's commitment to the sustainability development goals at the University of Johannesburg. With guidance from faculty representatives, I stumbled upon a powerful discovery: the iconic figure of Lady Justice. Blindfolded, holding scales, a descendant of Ma'at, the ancient Egyptian deity who governed the cosmos through truth, balance, and justice. Among the many cases I encountered during my research, there's one particular case that pierced me deeply. The Cradock Four. Four anti-apartheid activists brutally killed in 1985, allegedly by the apartheid regime security police. Through the case was heard at the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, the families of these men, Matthew Guniwe, Ford Kalata, Sparrow Mkonto, and Sicelo Mhlauli, have yet to receive justice. The 6 implicated policemen have since died, and with them the hope of legal closure. And yet the widows of Cradock remain, still waiting, and still mourning. I work everything roughly, from cutting off papers, pasting in my design journal. I analyze from texts, I look at the pictures, I watch documentaries, I listen to music. Everything is important to me. I love immersing myself in an environment that will quickly bring the feeling that takes me into the concept itself. Fabric manipulation is of paramount in my design process. I don't just start by sketching, but I collect different inspirational shapes and silhouettes. I look at different structures, fabric manipulations. I play around the 3-dimensional, and I play around the flat materials as well. I work texture from the sketches to the fabrics, and also in the design journaling. While I record everything, it was about redirecting to justice. This haunting story consumed me. My imagination spiraled into a speculative realm, where the widows led by Norman de Kalata and Sindwe Mkonto. The making began, as it always does for me, by hand and by instinct. I worked with sheer and natural fibers, linens. I dyed fabrics with coffee, painted them with earthy tones, and allowed them to bleed like the aging sculptures of mountains and rocks. Before even sketching, I touched every fiber, I cut and assembled every piece myself, day after day, recording the process as both ritual and memory. My beloved brother Makosini brought the faces of Cradock Four to life through screen printing. They stood once again in fabric and in ink. Before I settled on the final embroidery and beading motifs for the garment, my hands moved through many trials, stitching, unpicking, resewing. Each sample is small meditation in thread and bead. Every test felt like a conversation with the garment to be, asking it, "Is this how you wish to speak? Will she be happy?" Will she come alive? The final look came together as a 4-piece ensemble, composed of 3 undergarments and a commanding overgarment, a corset, an underskirt, a sheer floor-length overskirt, and a reimagined judicial robe, each piece holding a specific role in unfolding the narrative. At the heart of the look is a corset. Its base is an unexpected textile, a curtain tape overlaid with delicately decomposed tulle, giving it a texture of both ghostly and tearful. One bust cup bristles with hand-sculpted 3-dimensional spikes, while the other dissolves into a sheer strap, leaving the chest partially concealed and partially exposed. There are 4 closure points in the corset and central back zipper, lacing along both side seams and at the front, all designed to accommodate the ever so evolving reality of the female torso over time. Fittings were a big challenge. Our model Mmetlo was based in another city, juggling school, netball championships and work. Studio session became carefully timed miracles, and I will say thanks to my coffee and steamed bread, I survived. We survived. The overgarment, a judicial robe, is made from a vibrant red cotton canvas, softened with black tulle overlays to give it the signature deep Jodori red. Its shawl collar is heavily padded using layers of felt, tailoring interfacing and wonder mesh. Each stitch of the contrasting thread visible on the undercollar, a subtle embroidery that nods to the hidden artisanal labor. The sleeves are quilted and finished with origami folded turn-up cuffs, sharp and sculptural. This was Mmetlo's first time modeling, but Koi helped really, and so much. He gently coached her into embodying the character. In the days leading up to the show, she bloomed. Watching her walk the runway, transformed and self-possessed, was a moment of quiet triumph for all of us. And I stood behind the curtain, watching her silence as she strides on the runway. And I thought, one day,
the widows of Marikana will smile again.
The makeup inspiration combined with the styling brings a signature into Jodori face, Jodori image, a Jodori attitude. We played with the white paint and all the ancient Egyptian makeup inspiration that gave life to the character of my art, played by Mmetlo. A day before the show, working the choreography, myself and Koi, backstage, rehearsing, stitching the coats. The key to the coat's volume and structure is padding on the inside, the collar, the yoke and the back, making sure that the volume of the coat is not overpowering the shoulders of the wearer.
A special report has been asking that question.
On the night of June 27, 1985. On the night of June 27, 1985.
June 27, 1985.
The consequence of the single story is this: it robs people of dignity. It makes our recognition of our equal humanity difficult. It emphasizes how we are different rather than how we are similar.
Matthew Goniwe, as you have been told, is well known as one of the bravest sons of South Africa.
And that is why I have to say the things I say in my performances, because I know, again, that I am right. And because I am right, I know I will win, because the truth shall never be covered by lies.
striving to proceed in a manner and towards a result which will ensure that all our people, both black and white, emerge as victors.